What is up, guys? In today's video, I'm going to be going over a lot of the leaks, rumors, and news we have regarding next season and next season's theme. As always, if you guys do enjoy this video, remember to give it a like, subscribe if you'd like to see more, and comment down below what you think of next season's theme. If you don't want to be spoiled and you want to be surprised about like kind of what's going to be taking place on the island over the course of the next few weeks, click off the video now. Because there will be spoilers. But next season definitely seems to be Greek mythology themed, and I know a lot of people are going to be very excited about that because this has been one of the themes that has always been brought up as something people would like to see for years now. And season 1 ends March 8th, so about 2 weeks from now or 14 days from now as of the time I'm posting this video. And we've gotten a lot of evidence in yesterday's update and kind of teasers about what to expect on the island, and it definitely seems like they're going to be going all out with the kind of build up to next season, with having a mini event, not a live event, but like a mini event take place on the island. So the Odyssey NPC at Ruined Reels, when you speak to her for the first time, she will tell you that she feels an ancient power growing on the island. And this NPC, I believe, was added in yesterday's update. It's kind of been known for a lot of Chapter 5 Season 1 that Valera is searching for Pandora's box, and now there is even more kind of like research and expedition equipment west of Ruined Reels on the beach. They're getting closer and closer to being able to find this, and this is just kind of one of like the little mini progression elements if you've been paying attention to over the course of the season as this expedition takes place. There's also a mural that we will have to piece together. I believe you'll do challenges for Odyssey for this, but the final version of the mural is already leaked for when players have completed all the challenges, and it definitely looks like the Cerberus dog, and then the bottom part is kind of like the underworld. If you guys aren't that familiar with Greek mythology, Cerberus is a three-headed dog who guards the underworld, so it's pretty fitting, and I think it's a pretty obvious comparison to make to look at this and be like, yeah, that definitely seems like kind of Greek mythology themed, and that seems like it could be Cerberus with kind of the three heads and what's going on at the bottom of the picture. And there's also a lot of Greek mythology themed skins in the recent skin surveys. I'll have a picture on screen now of a lot of the skin survey skins and the kind of character that people think they represent. I don't really know how the skin surveys work, but it's something that's kind of been a part of the game for a long time now, where Epic sends out these skin surveys, and then a lot of the skins that perform well in that, I guess, we end up seeing in future battle passes or item shops. So it's, again, there's a lot of evidence to suggest this. There's definitely a lot of Greek mythology themed skins in the skin surveys, and then now we have all this other Greek mythology themed stuff going on the island, and that's kind of why people kind of jump to the Greek mythology theme. But it does get a lot more crazy, as there will be a giant hand with Pandora's box that will emerge from the ground near Ruined Reels, and players will have to work together to destroy or drop the box. It'll likely have an absurd amount of health, and then everybody in any Fortnite match will be able to damage it, and the entire combined total of like the community damaging the chains will eventually add up to the point where the chains like break, and then the box is dropped and likely opened, causing some sort of chaos on the map. This isn't the first time something like this has been done. In Chapter 1 Season 8, there was like kind of a community-wide excavation that went on to unearth or like kind of reveal the vault in the center of the island, and then they kind of had the unvaulting event after that. So this isn't the first time they've done something like this, but it's always nice when they do these kind of little community-oriented goals to kind of progress what's going on the island and progress what's going on in the Fortnite storyline. So this giant hand will kind of come out near Ruined Reels, and you will be able to damage it, hopefully, and kind of progress what's going on in the Fortnite storyline. And this hand was initially thought to be a Titan from Greek mythology by a lot of players, and the meshes, or like the name it is given in the game files, also refers to it as a Titan hand. So again, this is just another little piece of information that contributes to that kind of consensus or idea of it being a potential Greek mythology themed season. And the opening of Pandora's box sounds like it's going to get crazy, as it should bring vortexes, tempests, tornadoes, and lava to the island. We've had lightning storms and tornadoes in the past. During chapter 3, there was like these random weather events that would happen. I don't think we've had them since chapter 3 though. So if Pandora's box drops and then these weather events start happening randomly on the island, again, that'll be the first time in quite a while that we've seen these random weather events. And then I think this will likely explain whatever changes do happen to the island at the start of season 2. We kind of had this in the past a lot of times in chapter 1. Like, for example, chapter 1, season 3, we had meteors falling down from the sky that would kind of crash into you, and I think they would do damage or destroy your builds. And then for the launch of season 4, we had like the big meteor hitting Dusty Divot or Dusty Depot and creating Dusty Divot and creating those map changes. So I kind of expect when the community does damage the chains enough, Pandora's box will drop, and that will kind of bring about some change for the remainder of season 1. And then, via the trailer going into season 2, they'll also use Pandora's box dropping to explain whatever changes do ultimately happen to the island in season 2. And this sounds like it could bring about kind of a decent amount of change. I would be surprised if it's just one POI on the map that changes. It definitely seems like the area around Ruined Reels potentially changes next season, because that area is going to be changing in between now and then anyways, with that kind of being like the center of everything. But I wouldn't be surprised if there's more changes on the map as well. And I definitely think a lot of players will be very happy to see this kind of like mini event play out in between now and the end of season 1 going into season 2, because we've had kind of things going on the island in recent seasons. We had like the Rift Gate that brought in Mega City, and then the earthquakes that happened and brought in the jungle biome, and then there was like kind of the eclipse. But if this kind of all plays out like how people think it's going to play out, I think it's definitely one of the better done season promotions that we've seen probably since chapter 1. I feel like back in the day, they did a really good job having things take place on the island that would kind of tease and explain the next season's changes to the map. And I think if this is done well, this will be probably one of the best season changes, or at least like one of the best season build-ups, potentially in all of Fortnite's history. And then one final little Easter egg that I saw Aiko post that I thought was interesting was that in chapter 1 season 4, the Risky Reels sign said prepare for collision, and then chapter 1 season 5 was kind of like named Worlds Collide, or it was teased as like Worlds Colliding, and that being the theme and kind of what was going on the map that season. Well, this season, there's been these like kind of Greek mythology themed movie posters at Ruined Reels, and now season 2 definitely seems to be Greek mythology themed as far as like the season goes. And so that's kind of just interesting, kind of how they teased chapter 1 season 5 back then in a similar way to how they're teasing this one, or at least using Ruined Reels or like the movie themes to kind of give a clue of what was coming next. But that is going to be it for this video. Let me know what you think of this in the comments below, what you think of the Greek mythology theme. To recap, there's going to be a mural thing for players to do challenges for, I believe for the Odyssey NPC who is at Ruined Reels, and then that giant hand is going to emerge from the ground, and all of this should be happening this season. It should be between sometime now and season 2 starting, likely probably after the turtle event concludes. But either way, the hand is going to emerge from the ground, and then the community will have to work together to destroy the chains and, open Pandora's box, and then whatever happens after that happens, but it likely will be pretty crazy, and there should be changes to the island, this season and probably a lot next season as well, because that's kind of just how things go. Let me know what you think of this, and, if you're as excited, and if you did play back in the early Fortnite days, let me know how you would rank this against, previous season build-ups and previous, teasers. And I'll see you guys in the next one. Thanks for watching. I'm, so bad at sacking them. GG's, we just don't get to do that. I miss throwing it every time. This is gonna get messy. I should almost not even be here. I shouldn't have thrown those bunkers, probably. So I think everybody just comes to me. And so being on edge of zone is bad. If there's like one guy, then being on edge of zone would be fine. But like one guy's gonna push up to me. And then everyone else just like late rotates. Thing. He just died because of the medallions. I like saw it ticking through here. I mean, I'm probably may have seen him anyways, but like the medallion effects like hard gave him away. But that's what I thought was gonna happen. Like if I stand here, everyone just pushes up to me and then fights on me.